What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Did you guys know that the NBA finals are going on right now? Because it just seems like the whole entire NBA world is literally just talking about Damian Lillard, and that's it feels like. As Dame went on an interview with Showtime with Brian Custer, and in that interview, somewhere along that interview, he was asked about 4 teams he would want to go to, and he said something about the Nets and the Miami Heat. So today, we will be doing a Damian Lillard Miami Heat rebuild, even though I hate this idea. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you do fall into that 63 percentile and want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. First and foremost, we got to talk about some things before we just get right into this video. You guys know, if you know me, you guys know I'm a Blazers fan and I'm always team keep Damian Lillard. I don't care. My favorite player, I want him in Portland and I'm happy to have him. A lot of people are just running away with that interview and the context of it, just out of context, that he was asked about 2 teams that, or 4 teams or something like that. But basically he said something about going to either Miami or Brooklyn because he's good friends with Bam and good friends with Mikal. And then Chris Haynes kind of said the same thing on the Dan Patrick show about Dame potentially going to an Eastern Conference team such as Miami or Brooklyn. But let me just go ahead and say that Dame has also reiterated that he expects to be in Portland. So not saying this is going to happen, and I don't want it to happen. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. But if the Miami Heat got Damian Lillard, I don't know how it would happen because I don't see why Portland would want a Tyler Hero. So I feel like you have to get a 3rd team involved, because if Portland takes Scoot Henderson, they're just going to have the same problem they've had for years where they're going to have 4 guards, Hero, Scoot, Sharp, and Simons. Like, literally sounds so pointless. It makes no sense to do that. So I did do a 3-team trade that I actually think could make some sense if Portland did go this route, which again, I hope they don't. Here's the 3-team trade that we did, where Tyler Hero goes to a 3rd team and Portland gets value for that. So here's the 3-team trade. So basically, if I can go and explain this and without confusing anybody. So Tyler Hero is going to Orlando. So basically, Orlando's the team that decides to use one of their lottery picks to get a veteran who is ready to win now because they're ready to take the next step. And Hero's still somewhat young, and he would slot into their starting shooting guard position like immediately, and I think he'd fit very well there. I think it's honestly a good fit. But basically, Orlando trades Wendell Carter to Portland, a 1st-round pick, which is the 11th overall pick, to the Blazers, and then Caleb Houston to the Blazers, and then a future top 10 protected pick to the Blazers as well. Miami trades Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. Obviously, Tyler Hero's going to Orlando, Nikola Jovic, and then as many firsts as I could fit in there to Portland for Damian Lillard. And of course, Miami's walking away with Damian Lillard. So it's a 3-team trade. I apologize if it's somewhat confusing. And there's a lot of people that just have different opinions on what Damian Lillard's trade value is. I'm under the opinion he's worth a superstar package, and you're not going to change my mind. So if you want to go ahead and say that, oh, that's too much, or it's not enough, or whatever, in my opinion, he's worth a superstar package. You're not going to change my mind on that, so you can comment that all you want. It's not going to matter. Regardless, though, let's get straight to player options, and let's just focus on the Miami Heat now that I got that all the way. So Oladipo is declining his player option, which probably is something he wouldn't do in real life. I think he'd actually accept that because his injury history is just been so bad lately that $9 million is probably something he's not getting from another team. So I would expect Oladipo to actually accept that in real life, but he declines it in 2K. Omer is also going to be coming back in his qualifying offer, hopefully, because as of right now, we've given up everything we could have to get Damian Lillard in Miami. Now we have a good big 3, don't get me wrong, and we still have Caleb Martin as well, who's played out of his mind, or at least in the conference finals he did. So I'm gonna move Jimmy to the 2. Martin's gonna be our starting 3 going forward. Then Kyle Lowry is that 1 expiring contract we do have that maybe we could use in a trade. I'm just not sure how we would use it just yet, but do have some important free agents as well with Max Strus, Kevin Love, and Gabe Vincent. And I think I'm gonna pretty much bring all of them back. So Max Strus, Kevin Love, same thing, and Gabe Vincent. I'm going to bring literally all of them back. Gabe Vincent might get a bigger payday from another team just based off how he's been playing. But if we can bring those 3 in, that would be perfect. We got that taken care of, and those 3 are back. We needed depth in the worst way possible. And I think we still have, we'll still have an MLE. And we need a power forward, and Trey Lyles has played great in Sacramento. So if we could bring him in, and I'm not saying he would start, but if we could have him as our 4, that'd be great. And after that, it's kind of rough. There's not a whole lot more we can do. But Victor Oladipo, I guess we could bring him back technically. But do we want to bring him back? Yeah, I guess we can. We'll sign him in that 1-year, $9 million option that he probably would have accepted anyway. So something like that, where Oladipo is back. And now it's time to figure out what else can we do. So is there anything else we can realistically do with this Heat roster? Or are we just kind of stuck with what we have? Maybe at the deadline, we can find a way to trade Kyle Lowry's expiring salary. But other than that, I don't know if there's going to be anything else much we can do because we really don't have assets. The only thing we can do is just pretty much wait on Omer, and then maybe we could sign another center as well. So we got Enes Freedom, Favors, Muscala, Cody Zeller, Serge Ibaka, Bielitsa, Whiteside. We could bring Whiteside back to Miami, but Markieff Morse is listed at center. I think I'll go ahead and sign Derek Favors. I don't know. Or Zeller. We can bring back Zeller, I guess. I don't know. Omer would probably be the backup center, but Zeller's going to be fine depth. So let's just wait till we get Omer back, and we'll have to just rely on him, and he's back in his qualifying offers, so that's perfect. Play progression, Damian Lillard is down 2 overall, and so is Jimmy, so that's not a great sign. But Caleb Martin is up 1, which is great. I mean, obviously, the way he's been playing, he should maybe be at least an 80 overall in my mind. Kyle Lowry's down 2 overall, no surprise there. And then Omer and Gabe Vincent are both up 1 overall, which is good. But let's get into this next season. I probably will stop at the deadline if I can to try to use that Kyle Lowry contract. I don't know if there's going to be anything available. It's going to be really hard to trade him because he's going to have no trade value and we don't have any picks left. So not really sure how we'll get rid of him or if there's going to be a team that would be wanting. I mean, I guess we could take a bad contract in return for him if someone was just like valuing getting out of a contract because Lowry's expiring. But this is your 9-man rotation. So it's Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, Trey Lyles, Victor Oladipo, Max Strus, and Omer. You're at 7 with Gabe Vincent and Cody Zeller and Kyle Lowry not getting any minutes right now, which it feels very it doesn't feel great that Gabe Vincent isn't getting any minutes, but hopefully we can free that up at the deadline because I would love to fix that for him. But efficiency, we're at 4 pace and space, so I guess we'll leave it at that, and I will simulate this season. Hopefully we can upgrade the power forward spot with Kyle Lowry's contract at the deadline. We'll see what happens. So we are starting the trade deadline, and we're currently 40-15, so we're actually doing really, really good right now. So I don't know if there is a need to make a move, but I kind of want to be honest with you. So I have an idea in mind, and this is someone I literally never, ever trade for just because his contract is so disgusting, but he would be someone that could actually play for us this season and maybe be a rotational piece to help us go compete for a championship this season. So it's something I have an idea about. So Kyle Lowry heads to Charlotte for Gordon Hayward, and I guess, I didn't trade a first-round pick. That is definitely not happening, but Russell Westbrook, yeah, I'm not doing that. So we're not trading a first. That's disgusting, but if I could do this where I trade Haywood and Kyle Lowry over to Charlotte for Gordon Hayward and we just include a second, that's fine. I feel like that's fine. We get something and Hayward could maybe play that 4 spot. I don't know. I mean, it seems like Hayward is absolutely cooked and I'm not sure if he's going to be a piece going forward for any team, but yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't ever trade for Gordon Hayward, but I got him here in Miami. Does he stay the same as 4? He does. So he could be our starting 4 this year, which is, like I said, something I literally never do, but they still want to start Kevin Love. So Gordon Hayward as a bench piece, I think is just fine. I remember when he was a big free agent that he was choosing between like Miami and Boston. And he ended up choosing Boston. But regardless, Strus is cold right now for whatever reason. And still we're not getting Gabe Vincent or Omer any minutes, which kind of sucks. I mean, do we take Strus out of the rotation? I don't feel like we should, but I don't know. Gordon Hayward, welcome to Miami. I don't know if you're going to make a huge difference. Maybe I shouldn't have done anything because we're so good right now, but I feel like that makes it a little bit better, hopefully anyway. Joel Embiid wins MVP, Vic's Rookie of the Year in San Antonio, Simmons 6-man 80 defensive player, Garland most improved, and Quinn Snyder is your coach of the year for the Utah Jazz, or not for the Utah Jazz, sorry, the Atlanta Hawks. That's his former team. Executive goes to the 76ers executive, and do we get Dame or Jimmy making an All-NBA team? I don't think we got either of them, which is kind of interesting. All defense first team and all defense second team to get Jimmy Butler, but no Bam Adebayo. So we are the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference going up against a familiar foe, which is the Boston Celtics, but this time it's in round 1. So 27 from Dame, 24 from Jimmy, 18 from Bam, or 19 from Bam, I should say, 10.5 from Kevin Love, 10 from Gordon Hayward, and 10 from Victor Oladipo, 9 from Lyles, 8 from Martin, and then 7 from Max Strus. So here goes nothing going up against Boston in round 1. Not really sure what to expect. Gordon Hayward is our starting 4, which is kind of interesting, like I said, but let's see how this goes. Game 1, we're down 1-0, 127-113 loss, 46 from Dame, but it did not matter. Game 2, we're down 2-0. Game 3, can we even it up in game 4? We cannot. We're down 3-1, and we're going to lose in 5. So, I don't know. Maybe that Gordon Hayward trade just wasn't it, but I don't know. I guess I was trying to get better at the deadline. Got the Celtics going on to win it all, so I guess we lost to the team that eventually went on to win the championship. Pretty unfortunate. You got LeBron James retiring, though, as a Laker, and, we got another offseason to redo this. So, again, we're not going to resign Gordon Hayward, obviously. Spurs are going to have 1 and 3 apparently, which I believe that Hornets pick is protected, but it's not my problem today. Of course, we're not going to have a pick in this draft because we sent it to Portland, and the staff signing Spoelstra And we got to fill the rest of this out, and then we'll figure out what the next move is going forward. We did have a second round pick where we got Jan Vaden, who is a 71 overall. Welcome to Miami. And Caleb Martin is declining his player option, which is probably something he would do if he kept playing at a high level. Then Omer is back to being a free agent once again. Moratorium, Bird Rice, Gordon Hayward, Caleb Martin. So I don't think I'll bring back Gordon Hayward. At least I don't think so. We shall see. Kind of depends if I can get somebody better. But Damian Lillard, Gabe Vincent. I want Gabe Vincent to get minutes this year. That was kind of an issue I had last year. I didn't feel like he would, didn't deserve to get minutes. But this team is getting old, so we're definitely in a rough spot. We need rotational pieces. Trey Lyles is a great backup for it, but I'm not sure I want him to be the starter. And I think Kevin Love might have retired, so that's fine. So Gordon Hayward, Derrick Jones Jr. So Hayward might be our best option at the 4 spot, but he is going to go down in overall, so that's something we have to keep in mind. I do see Isaiah Joe in free agency, and he has no business being here. But hey, if he's here, I'm going to sign him. So he'll be a nice backup shooting guard to us. We already have our backup point guard, so no need for that. We're going to get our backup shooting guard. Caleb Martin is one. Why is Asar Thompson here already? What on earth am I seeing? I'm not going to sign Asar Thompson, but wow. Okay. Caleb Martin, I'm 100% bringing back. I mean, he would definitely get a payday, I would imagine. So I'll give him something like that. Probably would get more than that if he keeps playing the way he was. Gordon Hayward, I don't really want, but I don't know if there's a better option out here, to be honest with you. And then center position, we have like Willie Hernan-Gomez or Thomas Bryant. I like Thomas Bryant. I'll get Thomas Bryant as well, so we can sign something like that. So Isaiah Joe, Caleb Martin, Thomas Bryant. I think those would be 3 really good additions to our rotation, something like that. We don't have enough money to sign Isaiah Joe, unfortunately. Oladipo, I'm not sure I want to bring him back again. Gordon Hayward, $8 million. I don't really want him, but don't know if I have a better option, to be honest with you. Got Bryant here. Didn't got Isaiah Joe, which is really disappointing. Maybe I should have waited. Gabe Vincent, and then, okay. I guess we'll sign Gordon Hayward because I can give him money, and then I will sign Oladipo as well. It's not great. I'm not in love with it, but actually, we're going to sign Oladipo. I'm going to decline that Gordon Hayward contract and make it an expiring contract because I don't think signing him to 2 years makes sense. So let's go 1 year on it. So very old roster. We definitely got to find a way to pivot and make this roster younger because this is not going to be it. So Kendrick Nunn, also former Miami Heat player. I'll go ahead and sign him as well. And then we'll wait on Omer. And then once again, trade deadline is probably going to be our best friend because this team needs to get a little bit younger in certain positions. So Dame is down. Hayward is down. Victor Oladipo is up. Martin and then Trey Lyles. So I still think we'll be a good team. I definitely think we're like another move away from being like a real contender in at least 2K. Like I feel like in real life, this team's a contender just with how good Jimmy and Dame and Bam are alone. But 2K, this doesn't look good enough. We got bounced in round 1 last year. So at the deadline, plan on stopping there again to hopefully use Oladipo and Hayward's contract to get something good on the open market. We'll see if there's anything out there. But 9-man rotation is Dame, Jimmy, Caleb Martin, Trey Lyles, Bam, Gordon Hayward, Omer, Victor Oladipo, Max Strus. So we're going to run a 10-man rotation. That way Gabe Vincent gets minutes this year. We'll go something like that. And then Thomas Bryant's not getting minutes. So we do have depth. So that's something we can keep in mind. Do I change the proficiency maybe? I'll go to a balance. We'll see if that changes anything. I'll see you guys at the deadline where hopefully we can make another move to solidify ourselves as contenders. Because last year, the Hayward move probably wasn't it. But I guess we got him back this year. So who knows? So I'm stopping the trade deadline in hopes to get a brand new 4 on this roster. I like what we have currently at the 1, 2, 3 in center position. But the power forward spot's kind of still where I'm not too confident in it. 29 and 26 on the season. I have a few power forwards in mind that I want to try to bring to the team. First one is going to be Atlanta's John Collins, but they're contending, so I don't think they would accept that. Knicks Julius Randle, that one's going to be pretty tough to get to as well. We'd have to throw like a lot of money at them, and even then, like I think they'd value getting off Julius Randle's contract. I'm just not really sure that is something they... I mean, right now he's playing great, which is why I feel like this could be possible. Randle is not the best fit in the world, but Strus, Gordon Hayward, Oladipo, and let's say we can throw one more first at them. And then do we have anything else of value? Not really. Yeah, I don't know if they'll accept this. I'll go Vaden as well, who literally has like little to no value. And Monty Bates, Big Bride. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So Randall's going to be really hard to get. That was going to be tough. But another one I kind of thought of is Jeremy Grant on Portland. Don't know if they'd be willing to accept this. We have to remove one of these guys. So let's say we remove Max Strus. And then it's Vaden, Oladipo, Gordon Hayward, one first. And then you give me like, let's say it's Bay or something like that. They're still going to be still an illegal trade for them. And then Jaquez, which is still not enough money. Okay, so you have to include a little bit more. Maybe Max Strus does have to be in the trade. I don't know. We're going to figure this out. Max Strus, and then you give me Dang or something. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So we're struggling right now to make a trade. Another guy is Philadelphia's Tobias Harris. I'm going to try for Tobias Harris. So let's say we remove Strus. So it's Gordon Hayward, Oladipo, and a first-round pick for Toby. Maybe we don't have to include a first-round pick. Maybe include a second and Vaden, I guess, who we got in the draft. Then again, it's not going to work. So let's say it's something like that where we have one first to trade and we get Toby. I think that'd be worth it. They want Jeremy Lamb. They'll give me McDaniels as well. Sure, why not? Okay, so we got Tobias Harris. So that's going to be a really good addition to the team. We needed a 4 in the worst way possible. Toby is not my ideal 4 that I wanted, but you know what? He should work. So Dame, Jimmy Martin, Tobias Harris, Bam Adebayo, Trey Lyles, Omer Yurtseven, McDaniels, Max Strus, and then Gabe Vincent. So still very good. The fact that they threw me McDaniels on top of what I wanted feels really good. So I'm okay with that. Proficiency is a 4-star balance. 29 and 26 on the season. Hopefully with Tobias Harris coming in, things are going to turn around immediately where we start to separate ourselves from just being 500. At the end of the season, Ja Morant wins MVP, Dillingham Rookie of the Year in Chicago, Tyus Jones 6th man, Mobley Defensive Player, Amin Thompson Most Improved in Orlando, and Quinn Snyder Coach of the Year. Ja Morant, Cade Cunningham, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic. Do we get any Miami Heat All-NBA members? We do not. What about All Defensive? Jimmy Butler makes it again, and still no Bam Adebayo, I don't believe. So we are currently, once again, the 4th seed in the East. Well, we were the 5th seed last year, but this year we get the 4th seed going up against another Orlando team, which is actually kind of funny because Tyler Hero, as we know, is in Orlando. Once again, I feel like Hero would just be like a great fit in Orlando right now. If Orlando didn't want to draft like another 2 developmental players in the lottery and they just wanted to go for it, Tyler Hero seems like a guy that, you know, could fit very well next to Boncaro and Franz Wagner. So I kind of like it in a way. But 28 points from Dame, 23 from Jimmy, 16 from Bam, and then 15 from Tobias Harris, 8 from Lyles, 7 from Omer, and then 7 from McDaniels, 7 from Martin, and 6 from Max Strus, 6 from Malik Beasley, I guess, who played minutes as well. When did Malik Beasley come to this team? I have no idea. Is he in the rotation right now? I guess he is. Okay, Malik Beasley, shout out to you because I don't even remember bringing you in, but we're going to run a 9-man rotation. 2K probably signed him for me, but Gabe Vincent is going to play over him. So finally, got Gabe Vincent in the rotation, rightfully so. So here we go. Let's see if we can beat Orlando in round 1, which we gave them Tyler Hero, and they got Amin Thompson, so a very good young team in Orlando. Game 1, they're up 1-0. We lose by 2. We're down 2-0, down 3-0, and we're going to get swept. We got swept by the Orlando Magic in round 1. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say that we may not win a championship in this video, but I will run it at least one more year because with just how old this roster is, I'm not too surprised by it because 2K just doesn't like old rosters. It's just the way it is. We have these guys on two-year deals. Tobias Harris is locked up, so I'm not going to be making too many changes this offseason, I don't think. If I do anything crazy, I'll show you, but let's see who wins the championship. The Hawks go on to beat the Thunder in 7. But as we know, if you play 2K consistently, you know 2K just hates older rosters. So I'm not too surprised that we got swept in round 1. So at the end of this season, we finished up as the 2nd seed in the East. So this is our last chance here. So if we run it here and we lose, then obviously it's GG's. But Damian Lillard, 29 points per game. So still 35 years old, still balling. 25 from Jimmy Butler, 36. Both of them are making combined like 112 million or 100, something like that. It's actually insane. Bam with 17, Tobias Harris 12.5, 8 from Lyles, 7.5 from Omer, 7 from Strus. 7 from Caleb Martin, and then also McDaniels with 7, Vincent with 1. So here we go. Let's see. We got Atlanta round 1. So we're probably going to lose in round 1 once again. So here we go. Is this how the video will end? We shall see. Somebody current round against Atlanta. They win game 3, game 4. They swept us. So, wow. Okay. I'm not too surprised, but we're going to end it on that note. So I think a Dame, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo trio is a contender in these. The Knicks with Donovan Mitchell going to win the championship. 2K is absolute comedy. I know you guys can't even see it because I'm in the way right now, but yeah, we got swept. We didn't even win a game on Atlanta right now. We got swept. So swept back-to-back years. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep going because this is only gonna keep getting worse. Jimmy and Dame only gonna keep getting older. They're both about to be free agents as well. So I'm gonna end it off on that note. And we didn't win a championship today with the Miami Heat, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Sometimes it's out of your control. Still a fun video regardless. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely leave a like if you did. I'll see y'all tomorrow. There's Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.